to be talking about Child's Play. It's supernatural slasher film from 1988, which I rewatched yesterday with my mom, directed by Tom Holland. The film is basically about a kid who really wants a good guy doll for his birthday, and his mom, she buys it off this creepy looking guy on the street for like half price. The kid is really happy with the doll. However, this specific Chucky doll happens to be possessed by the soul of a serial killer named Charles Lee Ray. In order to escape from the police, he transferred his soul using voodoo magic into the doll. Obviously, there is no real-life ginger killer doll chasing people with a knife. However, the film, it is inspired in the story of another real-life voodoo doll, though it hasn't been confirmed by the producers of the film. So I want to introduce you to Robert the doll. Creepy, right? This doll was given to a 6-year-old child named Robert Eugene Otto in Florida in 1903 by one of the housemaids. Apparently, this housemaid was very badly treated and abused by the family, and in order to get revenge, she put a curse on the doll before giving it to Eugene because he was really skilled in black magic and voodoo. Eugene immediately loved the doll and very quickly became best friends with him. He even gave the doll his very own first name, which is Robert. Remember that he was called Robert Eugene Otto. He talked to him like if he was a real person, and he even gave Robert his own seat at the dinner table. You know, his parents just thought it was child's play, and it was all very well and good at the beginning until strange things started happening. Even though Eugene's parents were used to Eugene talking to the doll, they started getting worried when they started hearing a strange voice replying to Eugene. They thought that it could be Eugene like making two different voices, but this second voice was way too deep and dark and sinister for it to be like his son just doing it. Also, they reported hearing footsteps at night, like going from one room to another one when everyone was technically asleep. And things got really, really bad when Eugene started waking up screaming in the middle of the night. And every time his parents went into the room, they found him like terrified in one of the corners of his room, just like under his blankets, like shaking with terror. And the whole room would be like completely like messed with like the furniture upside down, and all the other toys were broken. So whenever his parents asked Eugene what happened, the only thing he would say was, Robert did it. Word about a haunted doll quickly spread around the neighborhood. When people were passing by, they would see the doll staring at them through the window, and some people even said that the doll would blink at them or even laugh or like change his facial expression. Despite all this, Eugene didn't want to get rid of the doll, and he kept him by his side during his whole childhood. Well, Eugene grew up, moved away, got, you know, his own life, got married, and several years later, when his parents died, he inherited the house. So he moved in with his wife into his childhood house. That meant that he got reunited with Robert the doll. He found the doll locked in the attic, and very quickly he took him back from the attic and started kind of like going back to his childhood behaviors of giving him a seat at the table and even having like a room in the house just for the doll. Obviously his wife wasn't very happy about this, you know. Everything became too much again. So Eugene decided to just put all this behind and lock Robert the doll in the attic once again. However, the doll wasn't happy about this. So apparently he would magically reappear in a rocking chair that was in the main room of the house. It must have been his favorite. Eugene died in 1974, and for the third time, Robert was locked away in a trunk in the attic. The house was bought by a family, and soon after they moved in, their 10-year-old daughter found the doll and, of course, immediately fell in love with the doll. I don't understand it, he wasn't even that pretty. Anyway, love didn't last long, because as soon as Robert saw himself in a position of power, he did what he knew best, which was terrifying the new family. And they started reporting hearing footsteps around the house, furniture was found again like turned upside down, and all the other toys that the girl had started appearing broken and mutilated. And the girl even claimed that Robert tried to attack her a few times. The turning point for this family was one day that they found their dog with a cord tied around their neck, and they just knew that Robert did that. So for them, that was it. So what did they do? They put Robert back in the attic. Like, I don't understand why they didn't get rid of him. Why didn't they put them in the bin? But then, thinking about it, maybe I guess that by locking him away in the attic, you are making sure that the doll is there, like that he won't be able to terrify anyone else because he's there under your supervision, sort of. This family lived in the house for 20 years, and after that the house was bought by someone else who turned it into a guest house. That was the end of Robert the doll living in that house. Poor doll. Today, Robert the doll is on display behind a safety glass in the Key West Museum in Florida. Apparently he's quite a celebrity there. There's a lot of people who go there just to see him. And to be honest, I would definitely go there to see the doll. Not gonna lie. However, there's one thing though. He doesn't really like getting his photo taken. That's like my sister's cat. He hates getting his photo taken. I wonder if he might be possessed? Anyway, if you want to take a photo of the doll, you need to ask for his permission first. Otherwise, he would put a curse on you. So, keep this in mind, just in case. You might not believe in any of this, but I need to let you know that there's a wall in the museum full of letters of apology from those brave people who took a picture of the doll without asking, because apparently they were experiencing some unfortunate events and they just wanted to say sorry to the doll in order to lift the curse that he might have put on them. Child's Play had a very controversial release because there were a lot of people who took to the streets to protest in order to get the film banned because they thought that it could make children violent. However, this didn't stop Chucky, and now the film has 6 sequels, a remake, and there's a TV show coming out very soon. My favorite film out of all the sequels is, I gotta say it, Bride of Chucky. I just love Tiffany. I think like she's the best. And if you're interested, I've got some Chucky and Tiffany makeup done on my Instagram profile. It's somewhere there. I might re-upload it to my stories, so have a look. But yeah, Tiffany is the best. And as a last fun fact, I'm gonna be talking about names. So Chucky was originally gonna be called Buddy, and in fact Buddy is the name that they used for the doll in the 2019 remake. Also, the film first working title was Batteries Not Included, which got changed into Blood Buddy before finally releasing the film under the name of Child's Play. And the very last one, it's the serial killer who possessed the doll is called Charles Lee Ray, which is the mix of the names of 3 very famous killers. Charles as in Charles Manson, Lee as in Lee Harvey Oswald, which is the person who killed JF Kennedy, and Ray from James L. Ray, which is the person who killed Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, I guess we've come to the end of the video. As always, if you have any comment, correction, if you wanna just talk about this, just feel free to let me know in the comments, and thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, because yes, there's more coming. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.